right, good morning everyone. I don't like this cabinet open, that doesn't look good. Camera. GT3 wash day. Car's not super dirty, but there's some weird funky crap on the bumper, and I haven't been washing in a while, and I like washing it, and I'm turning over a new leaf here. I went to the gym at like 5 a.m. and it gets like 6:45 now, something like that. Made some breakfast, steak and eggs. Michelle and Ryan are bass fishing. Kate's at her cousin's, and so I can get up early and start washing the car. Figure, why not? So I went and grabbed the camera last night, and so I could shoot something this morning if I felt like it, and I feel like it, so let's do it. All right, let's get set up here. I need to get the foam cannon ready. And getting the funnel out here. Here's this. So I think my Interlagos E92 will be here today. I think so. Not 100% sure. This is my 4.05. What is on here? That's 4.05. I have two of these. 4.05. I guess this is just the new one. Let's put this on there now. I'm going to set up the wheels anyway first. I'm going to do a full wash on the car. So I think the last wash I did a basic wash. Just throw that in there. I don't like put the wand back in the wand holder because the wand is a little short. It slides in too far. Let's leave a little drag on this. Always make sure you take the PP plug out before you do anything with turning on the water, because then it'll lock on and it'll be a bad time trying to crack open the pressure. Got some new shoes I'm trying out. These are Gore-Tex. What are these? Pegasus Trail Gore-Tex version. So I'm going to test these out to see how they do with water. Great news is we got lights at OG HQ Yarn at the Yarn Building. So we got one row of lights. We got an operational recessed lift. Mike and I are going to chip away, mostly Mike, but some me. We're going to chip away at the lights. Hopefully get all those done, and certainly in the main area. Make sure I don't overfill this water like I tend to do. Yeah, so I should be getting a call from the driver. Should be exciting. Anything that stinks is I really won't have. I guess I'll take the small camera, just grab some clips of it, and then wait till the guys get back because they're off today. So the whole crew is off today, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and then we start back Monday. Start back to normal schedule. Something I'm excited to share. Last night I was shopping crazy. I bought some TE37 SLs. I'd like to get, I've been saying this for a long time, but I'd like to get a few sets of wheels for the M3. The main wheels that are going to stay on it are going to be the ZCP wheels, the ones that are on my car right here. So I'm going to stay with that. But I think I'm going to get some R101 lightweights again. This time I'm going to dictate the offsets. But actually to help with that, because those wheels are really expensive, to help with that, I was looking for something else to try out. I was thinking about getting a set of Apexes just to have. And then, but the Apexes aren't really going to be at the level. They're nice wheels, but I mean, this car is going to be insane. I'm putting BM6, BM4, so the new B Series GT version of Brembos, but I'm doing the carbon ceramic rotors. So they're, $40,000 brakes I'm putting on the darn car. I'm excited to try those. I don't like how those look in comparison to the GT stuff, the regular traditional GT, but they're not making those anymore in the regular with carbon ceramics. But they're significantly lighter. Let's do Let's do some DI water here. That's off, because we haven't done any DI yet. Turn this off. Is it not building pressure? There we go. Got to get all that water out of the, or all the air out of the DI system. I haven't used it yet. Let's try this. It's not liking that for some reason. Well, we'll use and see if it catches up here. It's not a very nice day out, which is perfect for washing. It's nice cleaning up cars. It's fun. This thing doesn't seem very happy with me right now. We'll keep working at it. These wheels aren't very dirty. So because I have the Kinetico system in the house here, I mean the DI should last quite a long time. So it shouldn't be too big of a deal to run DI often. But we're in the throes of working on our own DI system. That looks a little bright, doesn't it? Let's bring our ISO down a bit. But I think this camera, this is the C700. Yeah, let's do that. Let's try that. I don't do any color correct now. I'm going to edit this video myself. So the guys are using DaVinci Resolve and do a much better job. But I still like to grab the camera and do it myself from time to time. Let's just use this in the whole thing. This is my kind of washing. Should be everybody's kind of washing, where car's pretty clean. Has some dust and some dirt, some bugs on it. Just maintain it, keep it clean. That's the way to go. That's the way I like to do it. A little more slack. So yeah, the M3, if you're watching this, you haven't heard this, I bought EAG, got a car from it was a Klipsch engineer who owned it. He's, I think, retired. I don't know, maybe I made up the retired part. But he, bought the car new in 2013. It was like one of the last 60 cars built, and has 858 miles on it. And I should be getting it today, theoretically. And so I've been it's kind of reinvigorated my love for the M3. I'd always thought that someday if I found a better example than the one that I had, that I would make that transition. And I've loosely been looking, but honoring the source, credit whoever, forget who it was, that said, that cued me into the EAG car. And so they're picking up my E46. It's just not, I don't know, it's just not the right time for the E46 for me. And so that means that my E92, which I took for a long drive last night, I've been working on sort of driving therapy, trying to get back on the road. I've been struggling for quite some time to drive and having panic attacks while driving down the road. And so I drove for about an hour last night after shopping for parts for several hours. I'm excited for the new M3. Even though I'm going to do it pretty much the same way. I've been thinking a lot about sort of downsizing the number of cars that I have. I haven't really felt the E36 yet because, I mean, it's kind of never really been on the road. I've been restoring it. I think the CR Spotless just can't quite keep up. I can feel it surging just a tiny bit. I just don't think it can keep up with the AR because it does, a little over 2 gallons a minute. It's working, there's just a little pulse. Now the coating's doing on these wheels. Probably going to need to refresh these as well. The CSL XO combo doesn't last forever, especially when using this high alkaline brake buster all the time. The way to go is to do the CarPro Deluxe, which will last with Top Gliss, which will last a whole lot longer. So the DI system, we've begun the discovery process. I'll be sharing more about what I'm planning there and how we're going to tackle manufacturing and engineering products from start to finish. And so I'm going to make my own DI system. And there's a few systems like the RV guys, like RV Transformers, and there's a few others. DI Rinse Pro, which pretty much just buys, from what I can tell, just buys from RV Transformers from Glenn. But those guys aren't really concerned with what it looks like. They're putting it in like the bottom deck of an RV, where I want to be able to wall mount and have a really unique system for changing out resin, and so we're going to chase that quite a bit. And we're going to make our own systems, and then eventually through Curated we'll probably make those systems available via wholesale for other retailers to buy from us, and just another avenue, just another product line that I have a real interest in. I did finally get my dealership, or my ability to sell Hafele, Hafele. So I think I told you this, but I spent a couple of days, about 2 or 3 weekends ago, figuring out exactly what I wanted to do in my kitchen from a drawer organization perspective. And they have all kinds of cool lighting solutions, as well as like garbage cans and stuff, which we could use in the garage and all over the place. So lots of neat things that I'm going to chase with the Hafele stuff. Of course, this car has the Dundon headers, Dundon Street headers, so it's catted, which is the way to go on this thing. Catted headers, and their Black Series center muffler, and then these are their black angled tips. It's awesome. It's a bit bittersweet. You know, it's rather unironic. That's a word. It's not ironic. It feels ironic that I have an exhaust and I don't really think about it. It just works. It's great. Because I've fought so hard for an exhaust for GT3s over the years. It's a large reason of why Obsessed Garage even exists. Well, my toes don't feel wet yet, so I would think this Gore-Tex is pretty water resistant. We'll see. Yeah. I'm gonna crash and burn today though, because I got up at 4. I normally wake up at like 6:37. Yeah, these are not very dirty. The G-Technic Halo has been holding up well on this too. That's some pretty serious foam there. So yeah, DI systems, cabinets, and like a full integrated custom install system. Meaning, instead of you having to like measure and figure out where the shelf goes and all that stuff, I want to evolve that and make it so everything is bolted together and piped. You know, all the piping's included. So people can just buy it and put it on the wall. All in one piece, basically. I'm sure it would be nice if we had some pressure washers too. But Reserve Your Spot has been actually doing extremely well. We've been running through and getting we've been getting all of our stuff, you know, in pretty timely fashion. It's you know, one of the things I promised was that we were going to fight the fight, and so we've been fighting hard. And getting people stuff, and so it's been really successful, and people haven't had to wait. You know, some things are going to end up waiting a long time, but people haven't had to wait too long. It's been great. This lambskin mitt is so good. I do want to sit down today or tomorrow, and we're going to build a framework to tell the M3 story, because we want to make a really awesome video, like a documentary style video of the E92 M3, what it means to me, and my story with it. Kind of gotten used to not having the full wash bay. It's not that bad. I'd rather have, you know, covered area, that way I can wash it any time of the day, but good morning. now that we're finishing up the garage, next step will be to get the Raptor dialed in, because that thing's a mess. I need to paint the hubs and wash it at least. Nice and clean. There's that. Let's clean this. I love these wheels. They're so good. The plug's holding up in the tire, so I did get a nail in it and I just plugged it. I bought another tire, but plug's fine. I'm going to figure out plug patches as well. In fact, I might work on that this weekend. Try to find a brand that seems to make sense. But I did Jeff's wheels the other day pretty efficiently. I think I've got it down. Feel pretty confident that I can do any kind of wheels, pretty much any kind of wheels. I do want to make another. I want to make another video with the center lock tool. That that one rear was locked on, and so now that I got the lift up and running in the garage with some lights, maybe I'll do that this week. I want to shoot another video. The tools should be here any day. All right, our wheels are done. Let's rinse it off. Oh yeah, it's dirtier than we thought. This is so humid. What I'll do is after I'm done here, I'll pull the car in, turn the air conditioning on, and dry it inside. I tried to do the E46 outside the other day. It's just really foggy and wet out here this time of year, but the weather's beautiful. What's going on with my soap here today? Oh, it's raining, that's why. A little bit of rain. Yeah, this hose is really good, people. Really freaking good. Telling you. I wouldn't lie to you. It's really good. I'm really excited for this year. We bought We should be finalizing the deal. I bought a red Komodo to start our red transition, which is completely unnecessary, but awesome nonetheless. The thing we'll do is we'll start shooting in 6K, and then editing ProRes, and then likely exporting at 4K. But because we're going to be doing a lot of cinematic stuff, we'll be shooting a lot more in 24 frames a second. All my videos, all this stuff, we're still shooting 60, 4K 60. To do with the porch there. We got all these bikes and crap. It's all over the place. That should work. You can see, right? Yeah. That looks good. Oh, spill it on my shoe. Let's see how wet my feet get. It seems to be rejecting water. So the E92, I'm going to do a full XPEL PPF. Maybe I can talk them into doing S-Tech, but I think we're going to have to do XPEL because it's so public, and they kind of need to use the templates. So Ryan's going to do it from Auto Paint Guard. So yeah, the wash and drive series is going to start here. That's why I'm buying the red. I should hopefully have it in a week or two. And then I know I've been talking about doing a formal wash and drive series for a really long time, but we're going to get that done and start making it. Really execute on it. And then the house build series, the Mormon, Destination Mormon, is going to start as well, which I think many of you are really going to enjoy. I'm going to work as much as possible on being present, and enjoying the ride, and stop thinking about living in the past and the future. I say that, but I'm gonna focus on that. I know I've been saying this for a long time too, but man, it would be nice if I could get down to like low 200s instead of 240, 250. Life would be a lot lighter. Everything would be a little bit easier. I just need to be disciplined. There's no excuse. There is an excuse. It's hard. It's really freaking hard. Crap, I forgot to bring the stubby, the Ego stubby. Dang it. Can't believe I forgot it again. That, and the 530 is the one that I have here, which is fine. It works. But after using a 650 and 580 for such a long time, now the 530 does feel lean. The 530 CFM version. I think we're about to level up again. 2022 is going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of work to set up things that I'm planning. But I'm hoping, maybe I should start asking people to like the videos or something. I'm going to start to make a concerted effort to actually promote the channel, because I think what we're going to be doing is going to be really cool. I think people are really going to enjoy it, even regular people, not just us. You know, those of you who are watching this, you're not regular people. Gotta put all my registration stickers on. Gotta love Florida. I register all 7 cars for a few $100. Other states, you get destroyed on that. I bring you out here with the camera, but it's drizzling a little bit. So I think my 2022 goal would be, if we got to, I know subscribers is kind of a bad metric to use, but I'd like to double it. Let's get to 500,000. And part of the reason why I never really asked for it, I didn't think it was ever good enough. And the addition of, you know, Michael Waba and all that Bryce has been doing over the years, and then the Kyle and the garage design stuff, I think and then what I have planned for OG, Destination OG, I think it's going to be more than good enough. Wash and drive, wash and talk. Having Mike here takes a lot of the pressure off me to do stuff, because he can do it and do it freaking 10 times better. I no longer need to hire a bunch of contractors to come screw everything up. We can do it right the first time. And obviously Mike's fantastic on camera. So it's a win from all angles. Oh, I also want to produce a basic how-to series. You know, we're going to continue to chase all year. We're going to chase improvement of the website and build the OG Shorts channel. Shoot, I didn't even actually clean behind the gas cap. I'm sure it's pretty clean behind there. Yep. Guys are catching me slipping. Just feeling really good, really content. One thing I just really want to get, you know, I'm sure those of you who've been watching these know that I struggle, you know, driving and anything medically related is a real struggle for me. And I just want that back. I want to be able to drive wherever I want to drive, whenever I want to do it. And so that was the point, you know, and I always do things big as usual. So I bought an ATC 22-foot 2-car stacker. Should be here in a couple of weeks. And then this week I'm gonna book several events at the Firm, which is a local racetrack. I can book the whole track, so that way I'm in full control. I don't need a freaking instructor or anything like that. I'm just gonna go out and drive at whatever speed I want to drive. And we'll make it like an OG event where all the OG employees can bring their cars, and it'll be a fun little team building thing. And then we'll be able to shoot some cool videos of the cars too while they're there. And then, of course, we have the OG events in the mountains. And so I want to get back to the mountains. I haven't been there in quite some time. I'd really love to do the GT Smokies event too. I just haven't been able to because I've been trapped in my own freaking house of horrors, my own brain. You could put the PP plug in earlier, you probably should. I kind of like to let the water run out though. The Swiss Trax will channel it out. Look how pretty that is. Yeah, and the hose is holding up too. They're dragging across the pavement. It's freaking good. It's good. I'm pumped. Gotta give Mike the credit for finding that Gates hose. He did the work to make it happen. All right, let's dry this thing off. The other new thing that has me kind of encouraged is I rode behind the Tesla. Michelle was driving it the other day and I was following her in this. It actually looks really good rolling with the wheels and the way it's set up. All right, it's raining out here, so let's pull this thing in. Open the door behind the camera here, and we'll get the humidity out of here so we can have a nice drying experience. So let me blow this thing off the rest of the way. Gosh, this is the camera. Looks so good. This garage looks so good on camera. It looks that good in person too. Drying aid, tire dressing. Our container should be here. The Press-All container. It's time. It's happening. I'm gonna finally have like appropriate stock. I should have a container coming every quarter for a little while anyway. And then hopefully we can start doing warranty on the bottles. All right, let's drying aid this puppy. And you don't need as much of this stuff as we did with Beadmaker. Since I'm in the air conditioning here, I'll do a much bigger area than I normally would if I were outside. So yeah, I think I should probably. What the heck is that? Is that inside? I think it is. So anyway, the house is going to start coming along here, hopefully soon. I theoretically closed on the lot. I had to threaten to frickin' sue. I was gonna, I'm already deep into this process of building the house, paying architects and hiring interior designers and all that crap. And this joker attorney that the lady who owned the lot hired is just a complete moron. So I called him yesterday because he was fumbling around, worrying about his, who knows, he's probably on vacation or something. And I told him, I said, if you mess this up, you've already messed it up twice. If you mess this up again, I'm filing a freaking lawsuit for all the damages and then potential earnings that I would lose from not being able to build this house on the lot that I wanted. Because he freaking screwed it up. The lady wanted to back out, and this moron just can't get anything done. So I was trying to get the freaking wiring instructions from him for a week. Well, he's on the beach somewhere. I've never met a worse attorney than this guy. It was not my attorney. I had an attorney all set up, was ready to go. Could just use my attorney, and we would have done the lot, closing the deal, did all the title work. All that stuff would have been nice and easy. We were supposed to close end of November, like November 20th or something. Well, we finally theoretically closed yesterday, but I haven't heard anything. So, if he messes it up, freaking the guy's gonna be paying me 50 grand. You know, I've been too darn nice the whole time. Overpaid for the lot just to get it done. Paid what they asked, paid it timely, said I'd pay for the attorney, had everything licked. Everything was done. All they had to do was frickin' sign the paperwork. But no, I need to get my attorney. We shouldn't even have an attorney. She just called someplace and got some frickin' goofball. Darn near messed up the whole thing, so hopefully we're good. We shall see. Probably won't find out for 4 or 5 days because people seem to take the entire month of December off. Well, I'm frickin' working my face off. I guess it just depends on what you want out of life. So the plan with Destination OG is to build the site. I talked about this a bunch in the other Washington Talks, but the plan is to build the site. That'll be the place where I can sell. We'll attach and build a new store that's attached to that. And that store will be where we do other, like Hayfella would live there. As I continue to chase end-to-end solutions. Whew, that looks so good. Dang it. So the Cree lights, the only thing I'm trying to figure out is, these are true 5K, clean. These are only 80 CRI 5K in here, just because I got the wrong ones. They do make a 90 plus CRI version. I just didn't catch it when we ordered them, that they weren't the right version. But the lighting in here is incredible. So the LS fixtures that we just did, the linear fixtures, they're 5K, but they look almost 4K. So I need to talk to Cree, talk to them next week, about why would the linear fixtures, the color temp seems a little yellow for my taste. Maybe it's just that I've been so used to fake 5K, cheap 5K, that I don't know what real 5K looks like. And it could also be that we still have some other lights on in there, so that could be kind of throwing off the look of it a bit. Yeah, I think I'll probably throw the car cover on this, and I do need to put the anti-gravity battery in here in this car. I've had it in the attic for 6 months. So, got a lot of projects that are all kind of coming together over the course of the next few months, 3-4 months. A lot of stuff I've been talking about. It's all about to get done. And the audio systems will be built, stocked, ready for people to order. We've already been selling tons of audio, so if you do have some questions about it, you can always just reach out and we'll get you set up. I think we're going to do a full Daikin system in my new house. It's called a VRV. Variable flow something or other. It's a combination of ducted and ductless systems. So the concept for wash and drive, which I'm sure I've explained a bunch of times, will be, we'll start with all my cars, and then we'll do all the employees' cars, and then we'll start to submit and try to get people, locally. They bring their cars out, and the concept would be to use and test all kinds of new products. So using different techniques, different products to kind of learn, use it as a testing ground. That's the beauty of Swiss Tracks. I can just pick it up and reuse. Once I get through all those, then we'll have people come, visit, bring their car. I'll do a wash on it, drive around the block. But we'll do that. It'll be really highly produced and look really fantastic. And we'll try to do, a couple a month, and then have like a regular series where we promote them and release them, and I think it's going to be cool. You come say hi to everybody? Come on. Come on. Yeah. Get all scruffy. Chase is looking. Yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. I get you. Let's see, let's do the under this thing here. So look at the freaking M3 there, people. Could you imagine? Imagine if somebody's gonna freaking win that thing. This is the first car that's like my car. The Civic, the M5, the 1M, were not really my cars. Like, I kind of bought them to experience them, and then they weren't like long-term staples. I mean, most of them, like the M5, I wasn't planning to do a giveaway when I bought it, but then I'm like, well, how am I going to get out from underneath this thing? So, it just made sense to do a giveaway on it. But this is the first car that I'm doing that's like, this is like really my car. That horse picture needs to go back in the house. It's just out here because the Christmas tree is where that picture hangs. And so I'm really excited for this giveaway, and then I'm excited for the getting the trailer. We took the trailer down to W Invasion. Take all our gear for the first time somewhere. I gotta start working on that too. So I'll have to wait till it's done raining to go and put the car cover on, move it, straighten it out. It's kind of humid in the car, so I'm gonna leave the doors open, let it air out. Get some fresh, dehumidified, air-conditioned air in here. I got my Tesla solar system, should be up and running. It's another disaster. Those guys owe me so much freaking money. Thing was paid for and done in July, and it's still not on yet. They knew that I had 2 bad batteries, first electrician, but they wanted to keep jerking around with it, troubleshooting it. And so they've been jerking around with it for months. And then they just came and replaced the batteries. So the system hasn't been turned on yet. You know, I've been paying for the thing since July. And my electric bill hasn't been offset. So I've been paying a full electric bill and not a working system. And now it's finally submitted to Seco, and now Seco's giving me all kinds of problems. I wanting this and that, and more paperwork, and special liability insurance, all this freaking nonsense. It's my house. Let me do whatever I freaking want to do. These stupid rules and regulations, nonsense. All right, let's do the wheels and tires. And then I'll go and relax and do some editing. Probably buy some more car parts. I'm sure I'll find something. Put a little drying aid on these first. So let's do that first. And then we'll do the tire dressing second. So the GT4 is over in the OGHQ garage, which we're gonna get cleaned out here. I'm hoping this week we can finish the lighting. I think we can. We can finish all of our lighting in the yarn garage. Like I said, the lift is done. Then we can get all the hose reels and all that stuff set up. And then we have to come back here to the house, finish this garage with the jack shaft openers, finish plumbing the air compressor. And then we have to work on some lighting in the outdoor kitchen, so working on the DMF stuff. Lots of projects to do. Let's wipe this last. I'm telling you, lighting, we're going to get you, all of you, dialed in. None of this freaking Amazon barista stuff or whatever it's called, Barina. Get out of here with that junk. Well, I've had it for 4 years. That makes it good. That doesn't make it good. If you did have it, like, I don't understand when people do this, like, and you know, we teach you something new. Like, what do you get all defensive about what you have? No, it's just, you know, when you do your next house or you're ready for an upgrade, then it's available. You don't have to get all defensive over it. What you have is not good. Sorry, it's just not. That's because you didn't know. Well, once you know, there's no reason to dig in harder. right, let's dress this puppy and then I'm done. I'm not messing with the interior today. I do not want to do it. I probably will do the interior, but I'll do it later. Tire dressing. So I got to figure out what's my offset and tire size combination for the E92. I'm going to chase that a little bit more. Now that I have a tire machine, although it costs a lot of money to buy tires and have the wrong ones, I can easily buy and sell tires and then try a bunch of different sizes to get the perfect setup. There's some documentation, and there's lots of people that have experimented with different offsets and tire sizes, but it's kind of sporadic. It's hard to find that. A lot of those people don't really share it, or they don't have a platform. If they did share it, it was not on a platform that we can find it. So anyway, thanks for being here, and Happy New Year to you. I hate New Year's Eve. It's such a dumb day. Excuse for people to get wasted. I've always hated it. Now I just don't do it. I just don't do it. So anyway, I'll see you, I guess for you that are watching this, it is next year. But for me, I'll see you next year. 2022 is going to be insane. Lots and lots of car stuff, lots and lots of detailing stuff, lots and lots of garage stuff, lots and lots of house stuff. It's going to be freaking great. Can't wait to see what happens. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. As always, stay tuned for more crazy. See you on the next one.